get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to pass. Pulls it in. It's Ibuka. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and now get nothing.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick-6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
2nd and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Now improvising. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. They're trying to get to it. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Dropping back, it's Howard. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative.
Makes the grab on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They're bringing heat. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. The give. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll call for the fair catch here. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so explosive, it can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Fair catch called for and made. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw. It's complete. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half.
And that's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 21, Oregon.
The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half.
36, set to kick it off.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. He's loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offense
makes the grab down the left side, and he's running in the open. Touchdown, Ducks! Made made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Number 7 with the grab and the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now this offense is back on the field. Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Snags it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Getting set for the point after. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And wings it incomplete. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Spits it out to the back. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man, and they convert. Off he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
He's got him on the right side. Great job. Receiver to get the foot down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Fires deep on the run. Makes the catch. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This should be the last play of the quarter. They go to the ground. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Man, that linebacker timed that so well. I'm surprised the running back actually held onto the football after that big hit. They are so lucky. Wow.
Back to pass, it's Howard. Makes his connection. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Looking for room, it's Judkins. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This defense impresses me. When they're in short yardage situations or when they're in goal line situations, they just seem to play tougher. They just seem to play better. They've got guys that get after the football, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.